This video will show you how to view admissions data about a student using the Student Center. The Admissions tab gives you a snapshot of the admissions data for a student at the point when they were matriculated. Matriculation is the point when a student's data goes from being from the admissions office to the student records office, meaning that they have applied to be a student, and when they're matriculated, then they actually are accepted by the university as a student. Be careful when using the admissions tab because it's a snapshot as of that date, and so further things, especially test scores and transfer credits, can come onto the student's record, and this tab will not be updated. But it's a great place to go look, especially for first-time freshmen, at a lot of different data that happened as of the point when the student was matriculated. You'll see at the top of the screen here that it will tell you the institution, career, and the program that the student was admitted into. In this particular case, this person has been admitted into the W.P. Carey School of Business as well as the Liberal Arts and Sciences College. And you can see the programs and the plans that are listed over here as well. As you scroll down the screen, there's a section on Applicant Progression. Typically for a student that's been matriculated, there'll be a series of information under applicant and then a series of information for the student, especially this box that says matriculation and an action date. Those are most commonly filled in as matriculation, and there is a date here for any current students. As you scroll down the screen, you can see the external education that the student took before they came to ASU. There will be typically information about high schools, and then if they've taken any college work, then those will be listed as well. There will also be summary high school and summary universities, and these are collections of all of the different high schools and colleges that they've gone to. So if the student has gone to more than one high school or more than one college, then that information is combined in these summary areas. To see information about those educational institutions, then you can just click on the arrow and it will expand out. One of the first places that you want to look is to see the status of the transcripts. Here this person has submitted an official final transcript and it's been received, so this person is in good stead with the university. If you see that it doesn't say received, or if it says unofficial here, then this is a place to track whether or not the student has submitted their transcripts and what state they're in. It also gives a summary of the GPA as well as the competencies that are there. If you'd like to see a list of the actual courses that they took, you can click on external courses. And it will bring up the courses that have been submitted to ASU about that particular school, whether it is a high school or a college. You'll see here that there are 43 different classes that are listed here, and you can either click on the left and right arrows, or you can click on View All and then scroll through them. If you're looking for a specific class, like English or history, and you know what that university or high school calls it, you can click on the Find link and go search specifically for that if you don't want to scroll through all 43 of the different classes that are there. But this is where you'll find all of the coursework that they've done on those previous institutions. If you look at the student's university information, you'll see that there were official and an incomplete official transcript and then a final transcript, that those were all brought in, and here's all of the different courses that they did. Again, you can look at the external courses for that community college and see what the classes are that they took. This won't tell you about what was transferred or what ASU accepted as transfer credits, but it will show you what are the courses that they actually took. Be careful when you're going to go into this area because the rows will nest and it's easy to get confused. Notice that I clicked on the Mesa Community College link, but what came up was Griffith High School here. And that's because there are 5 different rows on that first screen, and so I'm going to have to click next here to go to the next institution, and you'll notice that it'll switch. And now I'm looking at Mesa Community College, where this person took 20 different courses. And then again, you can go through all of the different courses and see what they have as well. So be sure to keep track of your scroll areas here to see where you are and which institution that you're looking at. Further down, you'll see the test summary for the different tests that the student took. Here you see the SAT scores, ACT scores will show up here, AP, Advanced Placement, will show up here, so will TOEFL, so will Math Placement, so will CLEP, so will IB. Again, all of those things will show up if the student submitted them at the time that they were matriculated. You won't see them on this screen if they submitted them after that matriculation happened, and so you'll find those on other screens that we'll talk about in the future. Be sure to take a look up here again in the scroll area. This shows that this student submitted 3 test scores here, and these are all displayed, but this could say 1 to 3 of 18, and then you'd have to click on View All in order to see them. If you have your browser set right and you need to export those scores, anytime you see an icon that looks like this, you can click on that and you can export the scores to Excel as well. And that's all of the different things that you can see on the Admissions tab of the Student Center.